Hi there guys, I hope you are having a good day. Now there have been multiple reports suggesting that August 14th is the likely date for Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia. Now the place we have heard a lot about is of course Jeddah. So August 14th in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Things are starting to come together and maybe look a little bit more concrete with regards to this undisputed fight. Now this date would also mean that Rob McCracken could be present for the Olympics and AJ versus Fury. The only thing about that is he will be with the Olympic GB team for a certain period of time, and that will be leading up to the Tyson Fury fight for Anthony Joshua. So although he will be in the corner and therefore primarily most of the camp, he won't be there for a period of it. And I know it's great that he could be in the corner for AJ, but still he does miss some of that training camp. Now, I mean, there are many advancements like Zoom they could use for Rob McCracken to stay in contact with Anthony Joshua. Not the best, but AJ does have other trainers. I'm not entirely sure how that will work for AJ. I'm guessing they will have something figured out. Now, of course, there were 3 dates being given by the Saudis, or given to the Saudis to choose from, because they were the ones putting up the money, the site fee, apparently within the region of 150 to perhaps 200 million for this fight. So the dates being proposed were July 24th, July 31st and August 14th, and it seems like it will be the August date that they go for, and that is usually the case, although in this case I did think it was going to be the first one on July 24th, but it seems that maybe August 14th is more plausible given they need a training camp and negotiations are still going on with regards to this fight. So I'm guessing that it doesn't really matter whether it's 14th of August or July 24th, 31st. I guess it just makes it easier for the Saudis and obviously Anthony Joshua as well, having his trainer in the corner. I don't believe it is up to Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua to choose the date. It is actually up to the Saudis because they are the ones putting the site fee up. So I'm guessing that AJ and Fury are happy with all of the dates, and then they will be told which date it will be, and then the fight's on. Now, they've said that an announcement could officially come this week. I'm not buying too much into that because how many times have we heard that? The announcement's coming this week, it's coming next week, it's coming a week ago, it's coming, I don't know, in a couple months' time. I mean, we've heard that a lot since this fight has undergone negotiations, so I'm not buying into too much when the fight will be announced. I'm just interested that they are moving forwards and they are narrowing in on a venue and a date to stage this fight. That's the most important thing. I'm kind of done with when it's going to be officially announced. That will come when it comes. AJ will probably be the one who gives the legitimate announcement. I mean, we've heard from Eddie Hearn, Tyson Fury, Bob Arum, Frank Warren, all of them, but Anthony Joshua's come out a handful of times, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3, but every time he says something, there is something positive going on. So I believe that he's the only reliable source in all of this because he doesn't really care about the hype train. He doesn't really care about it's on, it's off, oh the fight's not going to happen, oh the fight is going to happen. He just says things as they are, and that's why he's the most reliable source in all of this. And I mean, Tyson Fury has been cozying up to Eddie Hearn. They had a cup of tea together over breakfast, I believe, in Miami or somewhere like that. Might have been Vegas actually, but they were both in the same place at the same time. So Eddie Hearn just had a cup of tea with him to kind of reassure himself that Tyson Fury does want this fight and that he is actually setting dates aside and actually a training camp to look forward to an AJ fight. And he was quite happy with the response. And they done No Passion, No Point, which is Eddie Hearn's podcast for the BBC. They done that together. So it seems like there is a good working relationship between Eddie Hearn and Tyson Fury. The same cannot be said necessarily for Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren. Maybe not even Bob Arum. I don't think Eddie Hearn and him get along all that well. They get along well enough to make a fight, and that's the important thing. They don't have to be buddies. They just have to make the biggest fight in world boxing. Not easy, but I'm guessing that Eddie Hearn is going to push it over the line. He's put a lot of work into ensuring that this fight happens, and I wouldn't imagine at this point they want to let it fall at the wayside. So they're going to push for this fight as best they can to secure a venue and a date. Now, the site deal was called a mirage by Bob Arum. I'm not entirely sure that that's true because Frank Warren has said he's seen the offer and apparently the deal has been agreed for the site to stage Undisputed between these two guys. So I would imagine the site deal is not a mirage and it is real, because Bob Arum said he'd even understood that there was a site deal from Saudi Arabia. He's the one who broke the news about Saudi, or someone within ESPN, then he confirmed it. So he knows about the site deal offer from Saudi Arabia. He just believed that there was too much paperwork or something, and the fight just wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to materialize, and nothing would come of this site offer. But Eddie Hearn has constantly denied that and said that the fight will still go ahead. They are working towards making this fight happen, and 3 dates have been put out there, one of which seems to be the one that they will go for in August. But anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Do you believe that this could be true? The fight will happen on August 14th, and it seems like it will be in Saudi Arabia, Jeddah, in an indoor arena, because in the summer it's going to be pretty warm over there. I mean, it's going to be pretty warm now. So imagine what it's going to be like in the summer. It's going to be too hot to have it outdoors, like AJ versus Ruiz 2, when they had it in that kind of arena outdoors. It won't be like that. It will be in Jeddah, in a different arena. It won't be at that King Abdullah Stadium, because that doesn't have a roof, and they did specify it is likely going to be indoors. So there is another option on the table with regards to staging this fight at a specific venue in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. August 14th, do you believe it or not? Announcement coming this week, do we believe that? I'm not at the moment. I'm not going to believe there is an announcement coming until AJ announces it. I'm not going to buy into this 95% done, 99% done anymore. I'm just going to wait for the announcement to come and look at the updates as they narrow in towards making this fight happen. It is becoming more concrete with an actual date now. There was 3. Now it seems like they have honed in on just 1. So hopefully we are getting ever closer, although progress seems to be quite drawn out. But hopefully we are getting closer to this fight actually being announced. Anyway, guys, drop your thoughts on this in the comments below. Also leave a like and grab that subscribe button. Thanks, guys.